AlexJones.com.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
You know, just like Al Sharpton owes between $2.5 and $5 million to the Internal Revenue Service, he doesn't really owe it. It's all a fraud, but we all got to pay it. Doesn't have to pay it. Well, now, Melissa Harris Perry that says your kids belong to her, with her arrogant, slack-jawed look. Tax-loving lib Melissa Harris Perry, really a big-time tax delinquent. Social media erupts. You know, what a piece of trash. I'm so sick of these filthy scum. I got to be honest with you. Sick of, I can't even, just get her off the screen. I can't, please. God, I can't handle it anymore. Documents, National Guard ordered to consider Americans as enemy forces and adversaries. Oh, where's that from? CNN. Thought I was crazy. I am swimming in documentation. It's pathetic how much proof we've got of this treason. U.S. recruitment, entertainment corporations to help in propaganda war against Islamic State in Russia. While they run Islamic State, they just use that to get more funding. Scary, Big Spring residents report tanks, helicopters arriving before Jade Helm. Reporters infiltrate cartel-run border town in search of ISIS camp. Amazing video. Secret agreement to make corporations unstoppable moves forward. An amazing article. Video, armed National Guard troops patrol residential streets in California. That's got 5,500 plus comments. Food chain catastrophe, emergency shutdown of West Coast fisheries. Populations have crashed, 91%. I got 2 guests coming up. I canceled one guest because there's just so much to cover. But I wanted to get Keith Johnson from Courage Sowers on, CourageSowers.com. He's a citizen reporter that just keeps putting powerful footage of the military training to attack veterans, patriots a few days ago. More footage that nobody was reporting on, that they didn't vote it out of the final committee because of upwards of close to 1,000 people showing up and saying they don't want forced inoculations. That was on Nightly News last night because the day before he shot it. I mean, we don't have the money for journalists. We don't have the money to coordinate all that. He just went and did it, and now it's being heard and seen by millions. That's what you can do. You're unstoppable. It doesn't matter if it gets picked up by us or somebody else. It'll get picked up. They take us out. It'll still get picked up. They can't shut this down. They want you as HUMET for the takeover. They want us to give the military the idea this is okay. We're not. We're going to reach out to the military. And I'm going to tell you something again. I was telling the military about this 18 years ago. I didn't know the first 2 years fully what was going on. And I was told by military, retired and current. But I had a show. It's like a V for Vendetta. When he says to V, why didn't you fight this before? And he goes, I was waiting for you, Inspector. I was waiting for you. I'd say to these former generals, you name it, colonels, people like Benton Parton on air, but others off air, famous people. I mean, I even interviewed Admiral Moore, the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and he talked about all this. I talked to him off air. He died a couple months later. Not probably natural causes, heart failure. And I said, why haven't you been fighting this? He goes, we've been fighting it. We've been waiting for people like you. We haven't had media. And so many times, I've had people tell me, well, I was waiting on people like you. So I'm nobody. Everything I know was brought to me by the insiders, people. And now I'm telling you the whole plan and risking my life. But that's nothing. You got to do it in the face of this evil. And it's people like Keith Johnson and you, man, woman, old, young, I don't care what color you are. You can be an albino from North Korea. You got the spark of God in your heart. Now get out there and expose these liars. They will fall like all the other arrogant crud like Lenin and Stalin and Hitler and Mao and all of them. We're going to beat them. They're going to fall. And they know it. And they bit off more than they can chew, and they can feel it. We're coming for them with the light of truth, the info war. That's what they hate.
Let's talk about the real war on women. First wave feminism was a noble cause, but modern feminists? Well, instead of fighting for, say, paid and protected maternity leave, they want to ban words, shirts, and manspreading. Come on. That's cultural Marxism, which asserts that culture and language is responsible for oppressing women and not the state. The truth is, the state encourages gender wars. It's a divide and conquer tactic designed to keep us fighting amongst ourselves. In fact, the feminist movement was hijacked by the political class to exploit women. As the late Aaron Russo revealed, the Rockefellers bankrolled feminism, and not because they had any interest in women's rights, but because women in the workforce was the ultimate trifecta. The state collects more tax dollars, children are indoctrinated at an earlier age, and the traditional family structure destroyed. Leanne McAdoo reporting for Infowars.com.
Introducing Secret 12, the new InfoWars Life vitamin B12 formulation. Secret 12 is a binary of nutrimedical grade, bioavailable coenzyme forms of B12, methylcobalamin, the same kind used in B12 injections, and adenosylcobalamin. Secret 12 is simply taken by mouth, right on the tongue, and then swallowed. No needles, no injections. Secure your revolutionary Secret 12 formula right now at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139. Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com. Hi, I'm Alex Jones. When I got on air 20 years ago, I weighed 180 pounds. I lifted weights 5 days a week. I could swim 2-3 miles. Then I discovered the New World Order, the globalists, their agenda. I started an Access television show. I was so dedicated to my work and hanging around with radio guys that I began drinking. I began smoking cigars and then even cigarettes. I transformed from looking like a white Bruce Lee to looking like a Jabba the Hutt. So I began a journey 5 years ago to shed the almost 100 pounds. I started taking Super Male Vitality and saw dramatic results in just a few weeks. When I added to the mix the key products developed by Dr. Group for InfoWarsLife.com, the results were incredible. Take the InfoWarsLife.com challenge today at InfoWarsLife.com or give our crew a call. They can answer all your questions or tell you about any of the specials at 888-253-3139. You are a programmable guy that goes and watches Olympus Is Falling and believes all this and really thinks you're a hero. G.I. Joe, great American hero. Joe. You don't work for Joe. Joe got taken over. The G.I. Joe command base is run by Cobra. Do you understand that? And I use a child analogy to get through to you because that's your main programming template in North America. They're on record with that. That was all Pentagon directed. You understand? You work for Cobra. You dress like Cobra. You have the tactics of Cobra. You are Cobra. Hail Cobra. You want to be little boys? Or do you want to really join the Republic?
They know what's going on at the Bundy Ranch, and they won't even let a police information officer give us any information. That's a bunch of bullshit.
It's all these stupid G.I. Joe movies and stuff where the White House is attacked. The White House is run by Cobra.
When I went through the process of becoming press secretary, one of the first things they told me was, you're not even to acknowledge the drone program. You're not even to discuss that it exists.
It's run by chaos. It's run by Spectre.
Special Executive for Counterintelligence, Terrorism, Revenge, Extortion.
They run little kids. They run the snuff films. They run the drugs. They run it all. And because you act like a bunch of naive chumps, this whole thing's going to come down on us.
Very much concerns me, considering that they have all this bulk ammunition that they're shooting targets of children. Would you like to tell me who it is that is doing this?
It is the Department of Homeland Security, sir.
Oh, thank you for calling.
To every police officer in this country, to every FBI agent, to every Secret Service agent, you work for Spectre. You work for Chaos. You work for Cobra. How do they get power? They stage a terror attack using Spectre, using Cobra.
Go f*** yourself.
Who is Cobra? Arms dealing, drug dealing, money laundering group wearing masks. They wear masks, ladies and gentlemen, because they're the corporate CEOs. And they're manipulating the governments against each other. Cobra runs the Muslims. Cobra runs the CIA. Cobra runs it all. Cobra is real. You can call it whatever you want. Cobra is in control of America. And Cobra says the veterans and the gun owners, they're saying that we're the bad guys.
These people who hold themselves out to be patriots are not. They're nothing more than domestic terrorists.
That's what Cobra would say. That's what Spectre would say. That's what Goldfinger would say, because that's who those people are.
I am Supreme Cobra Commander. You call your petty bureaucrats, officials, and authorities. You will kneel before Cobra or face my wrath.
Resistance to tyrants is obedience to God. It's Alex Jones.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Cobra Leader.
You pathetic little worm. How dare you call me Mr. Cobra?
Spectre, Cobra, call it what you want. It's criminal influences infiltrating governments, sowing chaos, which they then respond to, having 360 control of the initiation and then the response and then the final outcome. That's full spectrum dominance. Walter Williams, the fill-in host of Rush Limbaugh, and of course best-selling author, is going to be joining us to look at how they're trying to balkanize the country, look at race relations in America and more. His new book deals with American contempt for liberty, set for release just next month. We'll be talking to him coming up. I'm very excited about that. I've only had Walter Williams on one other time, like 10 years ago. Very hard to get on. In fact, cross our fingers. I'll be honest, I like to hear him host a lot better than Rush Limbaugh. It's hard to turn off when he's on there. I'm not in competition with Rush Limbaugh, by the way. I never wanted this time slot. This is what the radio network in 1998 would give me. And I said, no, I want to be on at night. I've been on at night for years. I want to be on at night. And they said, no, you're going to be on 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. because no one will go up against Rush, and we have stations right now ready to turn you on. And you know what? They were right. Right away, about 100 stations put us on. So, Ted Anderson was right. I was wrong. But this is not some egomania thing to go up against Rush Limbaugh. It was a network decision. But I know in the radio industry they say if I would just be nicer to the GOP that, that I'm the heir apparent for Rush Limbaugh when he retires. Yeah, right. I don't even think about such things. I just want to stop the global takeover. And our biggest success is getting real talking points of liberty and what's really happening into the Republican Party. And the Democrats talk about this on CNN, MSNBC. They hate it. You tune in to Glenn Beck or Rush Limbaugh now, you will hear them talking about what we initiate and the stories we break. A lot of the time without credit. I don't care. I want to beat the globalist. I don't care about the credit. It's very liberating to not be in competition with these people. And I'm all for competition in life, but I'm in competition against the globalist. I want to defeat them. That's what it's all about. I haven't taken the money because it's a radio show that makes money. It's the huge, big audience, millions and millions every hour, and bought a private jet for millions a year or a huge mansion. I built this. I hired all the reporters and writers. This is what I'm into. I want to fight these people. I would give every ounce of blood in my veins right now to defeat the globalist. If God appeared and said, all right, say you'll die right now and we'll defeat the New World Order, I would say, do it. And then that's not even really a big deal. Of course I would. I would lay down my life for all these innocents. That's the type of attitude that builds civilization. But I will not lay down and die just to be a slave. So that's the thing. You'll end up dying and being enslaved going along with them. Why not stand up? Well, what's on your